Hey, welcome in, everybody. Damn, why is my full name on here? That's weird. What did I do there? I don't even know. It's Saving Bros. We got Ben got a bunch of videos. Bros rhymes with video, and and then also we got some sad news with Aaron Rodgers injury and all that, but some true stuff to point out. And then I mean, Rick sent us some stuff about some Bears clowns like freaking out, and I'm gonna say something about it just because there needs to be some perspective for all y'all Bears fans. And I know you don't want to realize and accept one clear fact, but it is what you really need to focus on more than your attention's being elsewhere. Anyway, Ben, how you doing?
Doing all right.
I'm gonna change my name here if I can in a second. I don't care. I'll just leave my whole name on there. What the hell? Okay, so number one, I mean, it's the big news. Everybody's talking about it today. Everyone. Aaron Rodgers gets hurt. First possession of the game, first couple of plays of the game, goes down a weird looking thing. He thought he could spin out and escape. He could not. And guy came down, blows his Achilles tendon. So that's it. Aaron Rodgers, the Jets got him. All the hype was all there. They sold a bunch of jerseys. And now he's done for this season. And who knows, at his age, how will he come back? Like, I mean, who knows, right? I mean, that's the other big question mark. There's no guarantee he's going to come back from that at 40 years old and be able to play football again. Who knows?
I mean, it's a big question as far as like what he will do after this. Because
you remember Dan Marino, right?
I don't remember Dan Marino or anything.
Oh, well, I remember I was a Dan Marino fan, and if anybody is old enough to remember Dan Marino, he had an Achilles injury, came back. His one leg was so much smaller and skinnier than the other one. Dan Marino wasn't mobile to begin with, but he really couldn't move around after the Achilles injury. So Aaron Rodgers, even at his age, was still trying to predicate a lot of his game on mobility and moving around some. And if he does make it back, he's probably going to have to adjust the way he plays. But I don't know. A lot of weird feelings after that happened last night for a lot of people. Some bad stuff. Let's just get the bad stuff out of the way. Like anybody that was laughing at that or celebrating that, like that's just dumb. First of all, it's dumb for you as a Packer fan. Explain why.
Well, here's the thing. I did not see the injury because unfortunately I can only watch it on my phone, and I would check and I check and I check, and I'm like, okay, when is it going to start? And then it never lets you. It doesn't start on the NFL app until right when the kickoff is. So I don't see any of the pregame stuff. So then I went and did something else, and then I came back, and as soon as I turned it on, they were coming back, and Zach Wilson was out there, and I was like, what? Like, so then I was just like, wait a minute, Rodgers is hurt. And then I was like, what an idiot. He's already hurt. And then, but me, knowing Rodgers, I was like, oh, he's a drama queen. He's probably not even hurt that bad. And he's going to pull just like he did in 2018, where he's going to come out and whatever. So I didn't see the actual injury. I didn't know how the extent of it. So my initial reaction was laughing. I was like, that sucks for him, blah, blah, blah. But I thought it was just like a minor, him being a diva. And then once I saw the injury, then I was like, ooh, that didn't look normal. This could be bad news. So I don't wish injuries on anybody. And I wasn't laughing at him for like a serious injury. I thought it was just like, him being him. He's always like, oh, in his calf. And remember how he pulled his calf so he didn't have to do any of the workouts. He didn't want to do the workout. So he got his calf injury. Well, maybe he did actually have the calf injury. Who knows? But it's one of those things where, I, as a Packer fan and a Rodgers hater, I mean, there's no doubt I don't like the man. I don't. And I don't like the player. I think he's been overrated for the last 5 years. He was great. Mm-hmm. He was amazing for 7 years.
Yep.
And then I don't know what happened to him. After like I said, I think it was the NFC Championship game against the Seahawks 2014, where he lost faith in McCarthy. He lost faith in the offense. He decided he had to take over and do a one-man show. And after that, he turned into a different player. And his numbers, actually, if you look at them, they're sacrificed because of it. Now his interceptions were fine. But anyways, so as a self-proclaimed hater, I do not wish injury at anybody. Period. End of story. So this was deflating as a fan of the NFL because that's all anybody talked about all offseason. I mean, it was the biggest story of the NFL. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And now it's already like just like that, poof, gone. You know, like there's nothing. And I can't imagine being a Jets fan after all this hope and years sucking. Like we know, saw
their history. Like. They've gone through this how many times? I mean, they had big hopes when Favre came over. They had big hopes with Vinny Testaverde, and then he blew his ACL like right after having one of his best years. They had these big hopes for ever and ever.
Pennington got hurt like right away or in preseason or something on his rotator cuff.
Just garbage luck for the Jets fans.
It's one of those things where you have to, when you sit the initial, you never like the Twitter mob and all this stuff. People tweet their immediate reaction. And a lot of times your immediate reaction is not based in reality, which is why no one should ever just blurt crap out. Like when you just blurt stuff out, it might be it might be an honest opinion at the time, but nobody ever should make a decision or make a statement that will be there forever off of an initial reaction because you don't think, you just react. And so anybody who's out there who's laughing about it and, all this kind of crap, or even had an initial reaction was to laugh and be like, ha ha, look at this guy. What a ding dong. And all the Jets suck and blah, blah, and all this crap. I'm sure a lot of those people regret that they did that because after a while they're like, man, that sucks. Like, I don't wish that for anybody. And I hate the man. Yeah. I'm a self-proclaimed Aaron Rodgers hater. And I'm disappointed in the fact that he can't play because, well, I mean, we can get into that in a little bit, but why don't you, if you have anything else to add, go ahead. My opinion on the injury is something else. I'll get into that after you.
Yeah, and there's a lot to it, but I will just say this: the Jets do not suck.
Well,
their defense
doesn't suck.
Well, and Breece Hall is pretty damn good, and Garrett Wilson made some plays last night, and I was like, okay, I give him a little credit.
I didn't really watch the game, so I don't know.
But their defense. So remember in retrospect, after the Packers-Bears game, I was like, hey, maybe the Packers are a top 5 defense. Well, maybe not. I mean, maybe they just played the Bears. But the Packers defense, while they look pretty good, did not look nearly as good as the Jets defense or the 49ers defense or the Cowboys defense. So at best, they're 4th in the league, and I haven't watched any of these other games, so probably not. So they're probably below top 5. Is all I'm saying. Because those other defenses that I just mentioned looked like dominant defenses here in the first week. And also, Josh Allen is like a moron. The guy turns the ball over all the time. Anyway, all right.
We can get into that later. I'm trying to find
That was just an aside because I don't really want to talk
my
about
cursor
Josh
larger when I show a video and you can actually see
you want the...
I don't remember how to do it. I can't remember how to do it. So we're going to have to really explain it well.
Want the big fist cursor. But, all right. Yeah. Let's get into it. The play that he got hurt on, there's a lot going on there.
I have the plays.
Okay. Let's see the plays.
So give me a sec. Let me get it. Let me find it. And then keep blabbing for a while I can
while you do that, I'll get this out of the way about the Bears fans. Real quick, because we already said everything.
2 Bears fans, yep.
Justin Fields, is not a quarterback. That is your primary problem. Now I remember that Chicago guy from last year that we caught a couple times, Jerry Riles, doing his own thing. He reached out to me. I jumped on his show real quick, and he was mad. He was saying, I thought we had a quarterback. We do not have a quarterback. He was straight up. But all these other Bears people are looking for someone else to blame. And Raider Rick sent us over something about this NBC Sports Chicago, right, podcast. These 3 guys on it. And this guy goes off about Lucas Patrick being starting in the game and being on the field and saying, oh, he's terrible. He was terrible last week, so he can't play. Why the hell are they putting him out there and blah, blah. I'm like, did you watch the game? First of all, Lucas Patrick is the least of your concerns. I'm just saying. Like, you got lots of problems on your team, Bears fans, just a heads up. And I know you still want to have hope that Justin Fields is a quarterback that you can grow with and win with, but he's just not. He is not. He might be short term if Luke Getsy decides to do a bunch of running plays with Justin Fields. Then maybe, but then he's going to get injured, and then that experiment will be done. It'll be like all the other quarterbacks that came in the league that were super good athletes, and they decided to use their athletic talents to run and do running plays. Eventually, they get whacked. Eventually, they get injured. Eventually, they're done. So, Justin Fields is a big problem. Your tackles were way worse than your inside guys. Just a heads up. Just a heads up if you're going to talk offensive line. And then I saw DJ Moore, who I have on my fantasy team because I made a dumb trade with my brother. Got some garbage players apparently out of that trade.
Guess what? Najee Harris didn't do jack squat, and Jahan Dotson didn't do jack squat.
Well, neither did Hurts. Hurts sucked balls in the first week too. Hoping that turns around, but he looked like garbage. And so did the other guy. So I guess we traded a bunch of crappy players. Congratulations to us. Anyway,
that's nothing new.
Point is that there was just a lot of other things going on there. I saw DJ Moore jogging, not really trying to get open. I saw him not running sharp pass patterns when they showed replays. I'm like, he's just kind of jogging across the field. What the hell is he doing? He's not trying to win. I saw a bunch of other problems on that team. So you got plenty of problems, but this guy decides to like call out his big beef that he just couldn't hold himself back was going off about Lucas Patrick. And I'm just like, man, you don't know football, bro. Whatever.
Well,
and I'd be way more concerned about my offensive coordinator and my quarterback than I would be about the guy who played center for you in week 1.
Well, the Bears got a lot of problems, which we're going to get into after this.
Okay. You got the play?
If you want to show it, well, I got 3 plays. I got all 3 plays. And
all right, they're up here.
I'm showing them for a reason. So this is going to be slow motion. Or half speed, because whenever I don't have it at half speed, then it gets weird. You still hear me? Are we good?
Yep, we're good. I hear you. I see you. I see what we see.
All right, here we go. This is the first play. If you look here, Garrett Wilson's open. Rodgers is looking, it looks like here. I don't know why he wants to throw a 2-yard pass. But he might be trying to get, this could be coming open here. There's an option here. Like the pass, if this was Jordan Love, and I don't have the screenshots of Jordan Love, but Jordan Love would throw this ball right here already. He'd be throwing it now. Because if you look at this, if you look at the top of the screen, you probably can't see my cursor. There's a nickel defender who's going out in the flat with Delvin Cook. And because he's going out in the flat, any quarterback who could read this sort of thing would see that this slant is going to be open right here. This guy coming across. Because this guy's the receiver coming across the middle on the shallow cross is taking the inside linebacker away. So this should be thrown right now and if you look here, you're going to see this tackle laying on the ground and this tackle laying on the ground because they're trying to cut the players down. So there's a passing lane right there. The problem is this nickel defender did not move as fast as Rodgers liked. So he got off of it immediately. What he should have done was just stared him down. Just stare him down. And then anticipation throw to here. Like he should be right now throwing it because this guy's body language is already moving to the flat, which means that's an easy pass, 5-yard completion. That's what's supposed to happen on that play. But instead, on a play where both of his tackles try to do cut blocks, let's watch what Aaron Rodgers does on the first pass play of the Jets season. Pump fake, try to get away, trippity trip, throw it away. How many times have we seen that as Packer fans? Mm-hmm. That's nothing new. And that happens when he has good protection. This was where the tackle's job was to cut block. Watch both tackles here and here. Watch what they do immediately. They take out the defensive ends. They cut them down so that Rodgers has a passing lane. Watch, look at, boom, cut down. See that? The ball should be gone. But it's not. Because he doesn't want to throw a pick. Because if the guy, we all know the reasons. So that's the first pass attempt of the Jets season. So there was a guy almost open, but it wasn't great. Now the second play is coming here on the L22, and you're going to see this time it's complete. There's no cut blocks. But we saw on the 2 cut blocks, the Bills' defensive ends are pretty good. Okay, he's at the back of his step, and if you look here, covered.
That looks like the Packers offense from
Yes.
last year and the year before.
And do you see any any receiver routes that work together to get open out of any of these plays? It's one-on-one matchup, one-on-one matchup, one-on-one matchup, one-on-one matchup against man coverage.
And so far, they've all just run straight. Nobody has changed direction hardly at all.
Right. So this looks very similar. And you have guys who don't have speed. I mean, Alan Lazard, he's not fast. I don't know if Randall Cobb is in on this play, but okay. And now if you look at the pocket,
Can you just stop it? They basically ran straight and then ran into a guy and then both just kind of kept running straight and didn't do anything. They didn't cut right, they didn't cut left, they didn't stop and turn around. Like, what are these plays?
Well, this is the Aaron Rodgers. This is what he wants.
Hate these plays.
This is what he wanted when he was a Packer, and this is what we saw when he was a Packer.
Right.
And that's why we saw a bunch of nothing. There's nobody open. He's got nowhere to go. The pocket's collapsing. Nobody's open. Not a single person. And there was a flag on the play. I don't know what it was. Probably holding or something.
Holding, yeah, they got him for holding.
So, and then when you watch the pocket here, the Bills don't really, they said Milano because they always do, but it's a 6-man rush. So
that's pretty good. Guy,
yeah. I mean, I always say, well, actually, Chris Sims says this. He says he hates 5-man rush. He's like, either go 4 or go 6. Like, overcommit or undercommit. Okay, here's the last play. And it's the same type of thing. And the thing that really bothers me is we saw 2 plays earlier. They did a cut block, right?
Yep.
Now, I don't know if he's supposed to do a cut block here, but this guy's not doing a cut block on the other side. But Rodgers isn't even looking to this side. He's looking over to the 3-man side. And if you look here, if he had looked to where the cut block is, look at this passing lane.
Sure.
Look at this passing lane. Milano went to the flat. If you look in the top of the screen, the defensive linebacker went to the flat. There is an easy passing lane because this guy did his job. He cut blocked, open passing lane, wide open receiver at the top of the screen at the 50-yard line. That's where the ball should go. That's where any quarterback who gets trained as a one-on-one look to understand quarterback play would go there. Okay? That's the first option, especially when you know this guy is cut blocking.
And that's a first down. You throw that ball, that's a first down.
It's at least
because he's going to get it. Look at the separation he has there. There's nobody else going to get there. Now Micah's coming up, but if he keeps running to the middle, that's probably a first down.
And over here, I don't know what this is just a quick in. This is Alan Lazard in. This guy's getting held or whatever. There's nothing open here. So, but none of these routes work together. Like when the Packers ran routes, you saw a guy like this guy would do a cut in. This guy would come over the top to the outside, and this guy would do it deep. And then you'd have this guy open, and then you'd watch this linebacker. If the linebacker sat in with the turnaround route in the flat or in the middle of the field, then Jordan Love would throw it to the outside because this inside receiver would take an outside cut. And then this guy on the very deep bottom of the screen receiver, he would take the corner up on a go route and take that corner out of the play so they'd be open here. But there's no route combinations. It's one-on-one. Try to beat your guy. Aaron Rodgers offense. And, of course, we know what happens after that. Because this guy, he holds the ball too long, and he's looking right at it at that point. But he doesn't pull the ball. He doesn't throw the ball. And that's the thing that he's been doing for the last 4 or 5 years as a Packer.
Mm-hmm.
And the fact that, everybody's blaming this poor left tackle. When you look at that passing lane, it was there. So
yeah, he pushed him way out. Look at how far
that
end had to go out with that cut block.
That's plenty of time. Like this ball he should not even be looking over here.
And like you said, look at Milano going to the flat. He's got his back totally turned. The guy coming over the middle, that backer is facing him. I mean, and if you know your offense, which Aaron Rodgers has been running this Aaron Rodgers offense forever, he should know that guy goes that way, that guy's that way. I got nothing here in the front. He should be back to that, and the ball should be out. Why does he hold it so long? I have no clue.
And even now,
he didn't want Micah Hyde to pick him off, I guess.
I'm going to say this.
Micah Hyde probably coming.
Micah Hyde wasn't close enough.
No, but I
Jordan
mean,
Love,
right. But if it goes through his hands, that's the thing Aaron Rodgers has played against for years and years and years. Don't want to throw it over the middle because if the guy doesn't catch it clean or it goes through his hands, gets tipped up in the air, it's an interception and it's his turnover. But you can't
right,
play
but
football that way.
even with all the things we already said, he is now looking directly at the wide open receiver.
Right.
And Aaron Rodgers has one of the quickest releases in the NFL. He could
True.
easily get this ball off. And we
Right.
saw Jordan Love do it with guys in his face. He got the ball off on Sunday. There's no reason why this ball is still in his hand at this point. It should be up and gone. This guy is open. He's looking right at him. Throw the ball. It's Aaron Rodgers' fault that Aaron Rodgers' season is over. Period. End of story. Anybody who wants to blame Nathaniel Hackett or the left tackle or anybody else under the sun, it's nobody else's fault. It's Aaron Rodgers' fault. And you're saying, oh, Ben, you're an Aaron Rodgers hater. Yes, I am. I am an Aaron Rodgers hater. And
But you're also a truth teller.
That's right. And these are all the things I've been showing everyone for the last 3 years when I look at Packers film. Wide open players on first down for a 5-yard gain that he will not take because he's looking for the big play to be the superhero. And when you have a team like the Jets where their defense is unbelievable, take the 5-yard pass on first down. What are you doing? And now his season's done. The Jets season is done. The Jets fans are all depressed. The whole world's upset. This is something that has been going on for years. And when you watch Jordan Love, the anticipation throws are unbelievable. The guy just goes crazy. He just goes, gone. One time he almost threw a pick. There was a play on Sunday. I don't think I had the video for it. He pretty much threw it right to Brisker. And thank God Romeo Doubs got his hand in there and tipped it up and over because Brisker was like, oh my God, I had a pick six. And he would have had a pick six because Love did an anticipation throw in the middle of 3 dudes. It was just crazy. And he drilled it. And Romeo didn't quite get over there in time. And thank God he got his hand in there to tip it or else I would have been picked for sure. But I just want to explain and I was surprised all 22 was for yesterday's game was already up. But when you see that, when you see the lack, first of all, the lack of route combinations, which we've been talking about for years, it's there on the screen on the second play. You saw on the very first pass play the fact that the 2 tackles did cut blocks. Aaron Rodgers held the ball way too long and then had to chuck it and throw it away. He should have learned from that. Hey, guess what? These guys are coming. If it's a 3-step drop with a guy who's dropping down to cut somebody, ball's got to come out. But that's just not the way Aaron Rodgers plays. Something happened in 2014 that made him play like this. And he's been playing like this for almost a decade, really. And that's just the truth. And you guys, if people could say I'm a hater, all you want. But it's the truth. And now here's the part that makes me the most mad. He has now become a victim.
Yeah.
He now gets off scot-free. This is why I was not happy about the injury. It's not about the 2nd-round pick instead of the 1st-round pick. It's the fact that I was excited to watch him fail. I was excited to watch the Jets offense look just like that. That didn't look good. Other than the running game, the Jets offense looks like dog crap. Because it's Aaron Rodgers' offense. And he won't pull the trigger. And he doesn't play with his teammates. Wants to be the superhero. It's the same crap we've been seeing for years. And I wanted the whole world to see it. Because for the longest time, all we heard was, Aaron Rodgers has got no help. Aaron Rodgers has no help. He's got to do it by himself. Funny how Jordan Love in his first start was 3 for 3 in the red zone. I can remember us being the crappiest red zone team in the league last year with the greatest quarterback ever. But no. All I wanted to see was the uninspiring offense of the Aaron Rodgers Jets, where guys just run straight and turn around. One-on-one matchups and don't get open, and then Rodgers gets creamed or bad stuff happens. And we won't be able to see any of that. I wanted to see the New York media turn on him when he starts blaming all of his teammates, when he blames his left tackle because he can't block, when he blames his receivers because they can't get open. But nope, we're not going to see any of that. As an Aaron Rodgers hater, that's all I wanted, was for people to see the truth. And now there's still be that stupid narrative that the Packers didn't win because they had no defense. Packers didn't win because they didn't give Aaron Rodgers any help. Packers didn't win because they whatever, all the crap that they say. And now it's still going to be the same crap. And even worse, now he's the victim. Poor Aaron Rodgers. Poor Aaron Rodgers is going to sit on his $35 million on his poor ankle. Oh, that poor guy. Poor Aaron Rodgers won't have to practice anymore. He can go do whatever he wants. He can go drink his ayahuasca and do rehab or whatever. I don't know what he's going to do. But the one thing I do like about the fact that he got hurt is I don't wish hurt on anybody. We don't have to talk about him for the rest of the year.
Yes, that is the best part.
We do not have to bring up Aaron Rodgers' name
That's nice.
for the rest of the year. This is the last time I want to talk about him.
It's the only positive.
I've said my piece. Aaron Rodgers is the reason why Aaron Rodgers' season is over. Aaron Rodgers is the reason why the Jets fans are all depressed. Aaron Rodgers is the reason why Robert Saleh is going to be the defensive coordinator of the Green Bay Packers. I thought it was Goody who made that plan. It was Aaron Rodgers. It's Aaron Rodgers. And do you think he's going to do the rehab? A 12-month rehab to come back and play when he's 40 years old? I mean, maybe for the $100 million, because apparently his contract next year is like ridiculous because they say he took a pay cut, but they really just shoved it all into the future like they always do. So it looks like he took a big pay cut. Oh, Aaron Rodgers took the big pay cut. He's only making $1 million this year. Okay, well, he's making $35 million on the salary, whatever weird thing, and then all this kind of crap. Anyways, that's what bothers me. We won't get to see the downfall and the blame go where it belongs.
Yeah.
The guy gets off scot-free again.
Yeah, absolutely. He's got everything's baked in, no skin off. I mean, yeah, he's got the injury, but he doesn't have to face the reality and the pressure and what this season would have had to have been for him. Now he doesn't have to face that. So that's the positive for him in this scenario. And that is, I wanted to see Rodgers play every snap this year. I wanted to see.
I did too.
I wanted to see it, not to see, I wonder if it'll work. I knew it wouldn't work, just like you, because we've talked about it. We've seen it. We've shown it. Packers fans that have watched and seen why guys didn't get open know it. And we could have seen it with just a different group of guys. Well, some different guys and some of the same guys. That's also another reson why it doesn't work.
It's all the same slow guys. And I hate to be a jerk. One more thing. We're still talking Rodgers, but how much did Mercedes Lewis play in that game for the Bears?
I didn't see him.
He didn't play. He didn't play.
I didn't see him.
Yeah, Jason Wilde and all these guys. Oh my God, Mercedes Lewis. He's out there. Wouldn't he be great to have Mercedes Lewis? Luke Musgrave had 3 catches in the first game. That's only 2 less than Mercedes Lewis had all last year.
And he stretched the field and got guys open underneath.
I mean, it's not
Mercedes sure the hell ain't doing that.
Right. And when you look at the Jets with all the former Packers over there, it's the same stupid offense and the same boring, slow crap. On Sunday, the Packers were fast and aggressive on offense and on defense. It was awesome.
Yeah.
We got to see young, fast, aggressive dudes, not the old Aaron Rodgers. These guys really smart. Well, that's great if you can't get open. If you can make a pinpoint accurate pass to a Devontae Adams who's really good at shielding off a guy and then catching it because he can find the ball in the air. Devontae Adams, Aaron Rodgers combination was a perfect combination. But you take them apart from each other, they're not good. Not anymore.
And it was the combination for consistent success against teams that were not that good.
Right.
But
well,
it couldn't win you games regularly against the good teams.
Against the bad teams. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like the Aaron Rodgers offense works against stupid, dumb defenses.
Right. Yeah.
And that's the way it goes. So
because you, as a quarterback and as an offense, you need to be able to make the defense play the whole field. And when you just are zoned in on that, even though it was very effective, they did have great success together, individually had some team success, all of that. It wasn't enough to win you games when you needed to. So that was the bottom line about the Devontae Adams, Aaron Rodgers, why it had to be broken up. And now are we on to the Packers?
Sure.
Or do you have anything else to say? No, I appreciate.
No,
let me
I
just
said everything I need to say.
I appreciate you saying it. I appreciate you showing it. I appreciate you being honest about it, and very forthright about how you feel about the man. But then understanding that we didn't want him to get injured, and for selfish reasons in a way, because we wanted everyone else to see this stuff. Yeah. But if you go back and look at those 4 plays, you see the same stuff.
Well, it was only 3. I didn't show the first play.
Oh,
first
3.
Play,
I'm sorry.
First play was a good run by the running back who just ran up the sideline 40 yards. That's just how they got to where they were. And then it was nothing, and nothing. Well, nothing, and heartbreak.
Yeah.
And and people will be like, "Oh, if he wouldn't have got hurt, he would have showed you, Ben. He would have played great, and they would have won a bunch of games." And blah 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 blah. And I'm like, you know what? We'll never know. So I could still say the things that I say because we don't ever know. I know. I watched the film. I just showed you 3 plays. I just showed you the reason why Aaron Rodgers got hurt was because of Aaron Rodgers.
But the poor tackle after the game, just devastated, they said. Taking it, feeling like it's his fault. I hope he gets to watch the film and recognizes and realizes it's not his fault. You cut the guy, you push the guy out. There's an open receiver right there in that spot. Ball should go there and be gone. And even when you don't see it right away, like you said, he had time to throw it in there.
Yep.
He still had time.
Shannon Sharp, there were other players in the NFL who were guys who talk and stuff.
Yep.
They said it today. They all said it. So Shannon Sharp said, that was a cut block. The ball's got to come out. 1, 2, 3, 3-step drop, ball come out. And there's other people that have shown the film or other people that have talked about how, hey, that's a cut block in the NFL. And then of course, there's Diana Rossini or whatever her name is who said that Aaron Rodgers doesn't like cut blocks. Well, yeah, he doesn't like cut blocks because that takes away his stand around and wait and hope that something happens crap. But when the play call is calling for a cut block or a 3-step drop, do what you're supposed to do with the ball. It's his own fault. It's his own fault.
Wow.
But thank God he's not with us anymore. Think about that trade now. The Jets got 4 plays out of the guy.
Wow.
For 2 second-round picks and what was the other? And a swap for first.
Mm-hmm. Well,
and some people would say, and Mark Tolster said this today on Wildy and Tausch. People are like, people gave me crap when I said that pick swap from 15 to 13 was a big deal, and Wildy said it wasn't a big deal, and he's like, if the Jets would have been at 13, they would have drafted their tackle, who got picked at 14, and they weren't able to draft that tackle at 15, and they took a defensive end instead. What would have happened if they would have drafted a defensive or offensive tackle at 13? Maybe Rodgers wouldn't have got hurt. I don't know. I don't think so. This play was clearly a ball should have been out, called play. So I don't think that matters, but who knows? Who knows what would have happened if they would have drafted their tackle?
Well, that is the end of the Aaron Rodgers chapter here on Hafen Bros for the season 2023.
We're done. That's the best part about it.
The only things we might reference is when Jordan Love does better than him in games moving forward or something like that. We might reference that. But otherwise, we're done talking about his season this year. Are you ready to talk about the Packers? Because I like what you just said. They look fast. They looked exciting. They made some mistakes, but they made some plays. So they did some good stuff. They did some bad stuff, and they won the game. And they made the Bears look pretty damn bad. Now, are the Bears that bad? I think so. But the Packers might just be that good. Who knows? I was talking with a Bears fan today, and I said I was sorry for her. I'm like, yeah. Because I told her before, I was like, I hope you're not believing in Justin Fields as a quarterback. And she's like, yeah, I don't know yet if I do. And I said, you can't trust him. And then she was kind of talking about the game, and she just said, yeah, I don't know what's supposed to happen. I'm like, well, what's supposed to happen is the Packers are supposed to win. That's what happened. Sorry. So, and they did. All right, what do you got?
You ready?
I'm ready for Packers. Are you telling me Packer plays? I want to watch some Packer plays. Hell yeah.
We're going to watch some awesome defense. I wanted to do offensive plays. And by the way, I did this all in like an hour. So who knows if it's any good. And I can't remember what the heck the order of things were. So sorry, everybody. So we're going to watch this. It's all going to be in half speed because, my internet connection, and sometimes it gets wacky and whatever. So half speed seems to work best. But these are all awesome defensive plays. This, I believe, is the Devontae Wyatt play. And I've heard some people say, well, he wasn't blocked and he just went straight. I've heard people on the air today say he didn't even You didn't even buy the fake. You just went straight to the quarterback. No. Let's watch this all 22. You see Devontae Wyatt is lined up at the end of the defensive line. I don't know if you can see my cursor, but number 95 at the top of the defensive line, just next to Preston Smith.
We can see it.
And
we can see it.
Okay, and you're going to see him come in. He's going to make a quick move looking at the halfback. He sees the ball is not there and accelerates. Now, it's not going to look as fast because it's half speed, but it's going to be beautiful. From the all 22, you'll see he makes a good decision. He reads where the ball is. See, he's going straight to the running back, then to the quarterback, and the huge, huge sack. I don't know why that wasn't he should be sacked way back here. They were not at the 12-yard line. Oh, maybe they were. I don't know, but awesome play, and it just shows he knows his responsibilities. His first responsibility is the run. He looks to the run. Look at his head. Then, boom, straight to the quarterback. Boom, down. One-man play. Didn't get blocked. But his speed, his quickness, and his eyes made that play. And that's something we can all be excited about.
Yeah, and he didn't lose track of Justin Fields, which a bunch of defensive linemen wouldn't have been able to make the play. So,
yeah.
Do you think Preston Smith, who was in the vicinity, probably wouldn't have made that play? Bunch of guys wouldn't. What was your favorite Kenny Clark play? Look at him. Diagnose and attack.
Well, I'm going to show you why Kenny Clark knew this was a screen pass. You want me to show you? You're going to like this.
All right, let's see it.
Let's take a look right here at Lucas Patrick. How many times have you ever seen Lucas Patrick not block a guy on a run play or a pass play?
Not many.
Okay, well, watch Lucas Patrick not even block anybody. And Kenny Clark figures it out because he's like, wait a minute, Lucas Patrick would not do that. So watch Lucas right here at center. He's going to snap the ball, stand up, and look pretty much disinterested, and then take off for the screen. And that's what sells it to the defensive lineman. Unfortunately, Lucas has got to be a little bit better at faking it, be a little better actor. Watch him. He just kind of stands and says, nope, I'm going. That never happens. So Lucas, I don't know. Lucas did not. That was not a good route. Not a good play by Lucas right there. Hate to say it.
That was not a good play. No, that wasn't up to his standard for sure.
And now here's another cool. This is a cool wrinkle that I noticed here on the screen. If you look at the defensive backs up here, down here we got Jair Alexander on the bottom of the screen, defensive back. In the slot, Keyshawn Nixon. In the middle of the field right here, Quay Walker. The safeties in the back. Savage back here, Rudy Ford here. The top corner on the outside, Carrington Valentine. And your slot corner in the middle, Rasul Douglas. This is a cool way to get Valentine on the field and keep Rasul and Nixon, your two most aggressive tacklers, at corner. And they're obviously, this looks like a zone, right? They're probably going to play a zone. And they're looking at all three of these guys all 7 of these guys are covered. And it's a deep pass. You know what I mean? Like it's a long way to go, 3rd and 1,000,000. But it's one of those wrinkles I really liked to get Carrington Valentine on the field. Usually what the Packers would do would put a safety in here and keep Rasul back there. But Carrington Valentine's doing such great work that they got him on the field here and they put Rasul in the slot. And this is the play where Rasul takes down Justin Fields in the open field. So what we want to look at is here, but also look at this pass rush. A couple stunts. Rashawn Gary is pushing Lucas back. That's not Lucas's fault. He did his best there. He actually did a pretty dang good job. Okay, well, actually, that's not the Justin Fields play. Maybe I was wrong. That's just a Rasul. That's the Rasul surfboard play. Sorry, take it back. It was still Rasul making a play.
Surfboard play? I don't know this surfboard play.
Well, here, watch Rasul this time.
All right.
Here he is. He's going back in coverage in his zone. The back goes back. Preston gets there you go. And then boom. Now watch Rasul. Open field tackle. Nowhere to go. Rasul gets up. Surfboard, baby. And then hump. Surfboard hump. The surfboard hump. That's a classic Rasul surfboard hump.
That's good.
Okay, this is the Rasul in the open field. And it's the same exact thing. Same exact coverage. Carrington Valentine on the top. Rasul's in the slot. Comes up. A whole bunch of open field. Rasul just takes him down. because he's the man. We all know
That's
Rasul.
impressive. How many defensive backs are gonna make that play?
None. Well, Keisha Nixon might. I don't know.
I don't know.
But, I mean, but look at Rasul and look at Quay Walker. I mean, he's just as big almost. I mean, not big wide wise, but like height, strength.
I like this because he can look at the quarterback.
Unfortunately, we had three, 4, or 5 guys in there. Justin Fields gets out.
Yep.
But Rasul does not mess around. That was great defense.
He set him up. Fields was trying to set him up, but he set Fields up.
Yep.
Fields wanted to make a cut this way, and he's like, nah. And then he cut this way, nah. And then he just brought him down. That is an extremely impressive play for anybody. But defensive back, there are a bunch of defensive backs that would not have been able to bring Justin Fields down right there.
Well, this next play is another great defensive back. We're going to watch Keyshawn Nixon on this play.
Ooh, boy.
It's beautiful. Look at that. He's 15 yards away. He's already moving before the ball's even snapped. Open field tackle. Get out of here. And that's that Roschon Johnson guy who's good. Really good tackling in this game by our defensive backs. The other thing I really liked about this play, we're going to watch from the other angle. Watch Justin Hollins. He's going to come all the way around and come straight up the middle and get pressure on Justin Fields on this stunt. So you're going to see these two guys, and Justin Hollins, 47, is going to come all the way around. And Lucas picks it up.
See, and that's what I want to point out. It looks like that's a pressure by Lucas, but he freaking saved the stunting guy. But I guarantee you, PFF and other people are going to say, that's a pressure he gave up.
Yep.
And I guarantee you, dumb people that, like the Bears people, are like, he gave pressure inside. No, he helped block the big guy, Slayton, and then the loop around, he was heads up enough to identify it. Our guy, Myers, would have been like, what? And the guy would have ran right in there and killed the quarterback.
Right. If it wasn't for Lucas, that would have been a sack. So Justin, Lucas saved that play from a sack. But it's worked. I'm just showing how it works together. Like defensive line stunts, getting pressure fast, along with the defensive backs being really aggressive in tackling, doing great jobs. Here's another one of those plays.
I love it. Before you go any farther, remember the last couple of years before all this, when we had Zadarius Smith in there and we had whoever, like, they didn't do all these stunts and twists and they didn't do all that. Because Zadarius had to try to beat his guy, right? Get to the quarterback wherever he'd line up where he wanted, but there was going to be none of this. He didn't want to get picked off, or he didn't want to help set somebody else up. This is good stuff. This makes it hard for the offensive line. This helps guys out, and you got to be unselfish to do it at times, because sometimes you're going to be the guy who takes up an extra blocker to try to free somebody up on the loop. So I love seeing this stuff.
This play is pretty cool. It's a running play. You're going to see a stunt right here. If you look on the left side of the screen, Van Ness is already in the middle of this stunt, and he's coming around to the side, while TJ Slayton and Kenny Clark are taking on all these guys and knock them out. It's almost the same exact play that we just saw from the other side, but this time it's going to be over here. But the Bears do a running play on it. And the reason why I'm showing it is because even though you have Quay Walker and Devondre Campbell in the game, because they have tight ends over here and their receivers are both on this side, or they have like a big formation, Rasul is playing that almost like a linebacker spot, like a third linebacker, or something like that. And he comes in and makes a tackle because Quay Walker kind of gets an arm on the guy, but misses the tackle. So that's what we're looking for. You want to watch here. You're going to see how Rasul goes from here to here and gets in there and helps protect. Because it opens up, because the stunt opens up that hole. And luckily, you got Campbell, Preston. It was a good defensive play by everybody all the way around. But now we're going to the next play. And this one, there's a guy who showed up on Sunday I never thought would. And it's going to be Savage. Watch him out here. Look at, boom, he reads it now. Gets past the block, gets in there, makes a great tackle. And if you look here, the first down marker is at the 21-yard line. What? So that's a great play. I mean, he broke, and look at number 10. He's like, God dang. He knows it was his fault.
That's all he's been asking for from Savage for years.
That was a great play by Savage. I mean, and and this goes along with the fact that these defensive backs can jump this stuff because they're getting such fast pressure from the defensive line. They know they don't have to worry about what's going on behind them. And that's Savage's weakest spot, right? Mm-hmm. So if they have the ability to understand, hey, we're getting pressure, and these D-backs know the pressure's coming fast or there's holes there. They can be more aggressive in the run game, and that'll really help the run game as well because he doesn't have to worry about stuff getting past him. So he's reading the defense and he read the handoff right away. I don't remember what happens on this play, but I know it was good. Let's see what
another stunt inside.
Oh,
Fields
this is the
doesn't
fumble.
throw the ball.
This is the fumble. Let's go back and watch that again. I want to see what was he looking at? Like what was the coverage on this play?
And that's DJ Moore who just sits there and doesn't realize the ball's out and tries to go block somebody, and I don't know what's going on there.
Well, it looks like we got right here. I don't know who this Packer is laying on the ground, but he really screwed up the whole defense or offensive line. And Justin Fields probably is just looking at this big, massive gunk in the way. And there, if you look, we talked about this before the game. The Bears do not take advantage of both sides of the field. They're not even utilizing or putting anybody over here at all.
They got two guys a couple yards apart in the left flat, right here, basically.
And Rasul can cover that by himself.
And nobody else on that whole side of the field. And the other three guys are really close together too, not really helping each other out. I mean, one guy's trying to stretch the field, but you got those other routes are I don't get it.
This is where the ball should go. The ball should already be gone in here.
He's open.
Because look at how far Jair is off of him.
Right.
That is a pretty far pass. I mean, Jair could, if he reads it and jumps it, he could pick it and go.
Right.
But that's really the only place he has to go with the ball because you got coverage here by Savage. And Savage started back here. So it's kind of weird. He's the guy who comes up and takes this guy. And Nixon takes the slot and goes with him. But they're playing man coverage. And the pressure comes in. Fields doesn't throw the ball. His only option is really here or to come. I mean, he could go right here, but he's not looking there. And he tries to run. I don't know why. A smart guy would just dump it off. So now he's trying to run. He's got guys all around him. Devontae Wyatt causes the fumble, and then Rasul jumps on it. And that was one of those, turning points in the game where they were moving the ball pretty well. I think they had just scored a touchdown on the drive before. Maybe not. But from this angle, watch Devontae Wyatt and watch his hustle. He comes all the way around like this, comes all the way back, gets back into the play, and causes the fumble. Devontae Wyatt had a great game. So you're going to watch this here on the snap. Quay Walker fakes the blitz, comes back out. Look at Wyatt goes all the way around on the stunt. All the way around. Comes back. Him and Kenny Clark sandwich, fumble. Campbell really should have got that ball, but that's okay. Rasul gets it.
I know. I was getting nervous there. I was on the ground for so long. I was like, Jesus. Somebody get it. I was nervous too.
So that was some really good stuff. I can't remember even what the heck this was. Let's see what we got here. Oh, this is the play you're going to be mad at.
No, I saw.
I had to show it because Wooden and
Lucas did not have.
Who just flopped?
That was the Chase Claypool, I think, just flopped him down.
Oh, okay.
He didn't get a call for that though, I don't think.
No,
because they were like, that's ridiculous.
Right here, circle Wooden. He just, see ya, Lucas. Sorry, guy.
Dang it. Yeah, I saw him right over him. Hey, I'm not saying Lucas played a great game. I'm just saying he wasn't the Bears' biggest problem. That's all.
Played better than Josh Myers.
He played better than...
Look at King Zadingbar. He's like, listen, I didn't do anything. He flopped. And the official...
I know, ridiculous.
Yeah.
And he still had quite a few good plays. He just had some bad plays too, no doubt.
Yeah. Oh, this next one is where we want to watch Van Ness. He kind of gets sealed and held. I don't know why that's not called. When your back is to your guy who's supposed to be blocking you and you can't get away, that usually means you're being held.
Mm-hmm.
But they did not call it. So you want to watch Van Ness here on the outside because he tries to get inside and then this guy grabs him from behind and he can't get away. And we saw how fast Van Ness is. There's no reason. Look at him. He's choking him, grabbing him from the back. That's holding. Like this should have been back, call the holding and no big thing. But he's rookie and he's not getting the calls. So whatever. In a normal game that should have been called, and there you go. But here, I think this next play is another awesome play. I just made this video, so I apologize if I don't know exactly what we're looking at right away, but we'll see it when it comes up. Oh, it's Savage again. That's right. Savage is doing some stuff. Let's go back and take a look at that again. See where he comes from again. So he's lined up over here. He kind of sneaks like he's going to rob her. And he's taking the flat. He's got man-to-man with the tight end. And he's already moving way before the ball's thrown. Like, Justin Fields should not be throwing that ball. But I guess maybe that's his only option at the time with the pressure that was coming to him. But Savage did a great job in this game. He was covering backs. He was covering tight ends. He was coming up in the run. This was probably Darnell Savage's best game as a pro. Like, period. And
Yeah.
you might say, oh, the Bears' offense stinks. It does stink. But these defensive backs for the Packers were everywhere. And they were aggressive. And it was nice to see. It was nice to see all these guys playing as hard as they were.
See, that's my guy battling with Kingsley and Igbari there. He just stuck with the block. That's what he does most of the time.
You just watch Lucas Patrick, don't you?
I did watch him a lot in this game. I had a hard time watching the game at first. I just kept watching him to see how he'd do. And then he was doing pretty good. And he was battling against Kenny Clark. And I was like, all right, he's all right. Then I started watching the rest of the game and the Packers.
Okay, I don't remember what this is, but we're almost done here. Oh, Keyshawn Nixon.
What a
Keyshawn Nixon's like, get out of here.
Chase Claypool is like so much bigger than him. It's ridiculous.
Let's watch that again because it's just so beautiful.
He doesn't.
Right here on the bottom of your screen. Sorry. That's why Nixon, he gave up the touchdown, but he made so many other plays that stopped drives or like really put the Bears in a bind that, so what? You gave up one touchdown. We still kicked the crap out of him. You know what I mean? That's the difference. Like, he might complain and people like, oh my God, what the heck was doing? And it was his fault because I watched that play back. But it was actually the perfectly run route against the coverage. The Packers were playing like a 3 deep and like a 3 shallow zone. And that route combination really screwed up the whole zone because Rasul has to go with that inside slant because if he doesn't, it's an easy touchdown. So there's no choice there for Rasul. Because Savage also is in the middle of the field, but he's watching for the tight end. And I don't think I have that play on here, but it was Nixon's fault, the touchdown to Mooney. But, what are you going to do? It's one play. It's one play.
That's fair.
This play, I think I just showed it because it was in line. But I also like the hustle of the Packers. Like, there's like 6 dudes over there.
That was a good rep by my guy, too, just a heads up.
Yeah. Like, Rudy Ford is going to go crazy down there as soon as he sees the ball on the ground, he's gone.
Stones Kenny Clark,
and
then gets shoved off. Yeah.
Yeah, you're looking at the wrong thing. We're looking at Packers.
Look at this. Dude. Look at this. Quay Walker's fast. I like it. Rudy Ford's fast. I like that, too. Good. I have one question for you, Ben.
Yeah.
Oh wait, we got more defense. Okay.
Yeah. This is this is the touchdown.
I'll wait till the defense is over because
pick.
Oh yeah, that's so good.
So this is showing you how bad Justin Fields is, and I know he has nowhere to go with the ball really. But what is he doing? The Packers there's no pressure in his face, right? He's got 2 outlets if he needs to.
Yeah.
You've got blanket umbrella coverage with Jair, deep safeties, Rasul up here, 1, 2, 3 guys right in the middle of the field. These guys are just run straight. This looks like the Packers offense. This is a Luke Getsy special. He learned this from Aaron Rodgers. And I mean, there's 3 Packers right here in the middle of the field. Why are you throwing this ball here? It's dumb, is what it is.
You got to throw it to one of the flats. That's the only
option.
Yeah.
And he's looking, and this is where the ball should go right here.
That's true.
He's not looking there because Jair is looking at the shallow cross. This outside, he should have, you know what? God dang, he should know that from looking at the preseason, the pre-snap read. As soon as he goes back with 2 guys on the outside, he knows this flat's going down. Because of the way this is set up with 3 guys here and 4 guys here, you got 2 guys in the flat. This guy's coming across the middle. This guy's going deep. You know you've got this guy who's probably going to the flat. This guy's going to watch the outside. He's going in the middle. You got the 2 linebackers in the middle to cover this guy when he comes around. So really over here is because of the way these routes are combinations, right? This is an outside deep outside play. This is a flat. This is attacking Jair and Rudy Ford. This is attacking these two players, which means you should be, as soon as this, you should look over here at first to make sure your Quay Walker's kind of stays still. Then your eye should go immediately to the bottom of the screen to see what's going on between these two players. If Jair is sitting down this flat, you know this is open. This ball should be gone here. Like now. He should be looking here, seeing Jair is just sitting in the flat. He knows this guy's route. You know what I mean? As soon as this guy gets past Jair and Jair's flat-footed looking at him, you know he can't get there. This ball should be thrown to about the 40-yard line over here. But he's not even, I don't know if he's not looking. Oh, he did look at it. I don't know. It's dumb.
Oof. We'll take it, though.
It's bad quarterbacking. The guy's got his 28th start or whatever it was. Looks like it was his first start.
Quay Walker.
Quay Walker's just bouncing off dudes, running through tackles. Cole Kmet, that was a weak freaking tackle attempt right there.
Kenny, if you're faster, you could have saved him that hit.
Kenny Clark,
you're so slow.
Kenny Clark could have saved Quay Walker a headache. So, it's the defense. The Bears' offense is bad. There is no doubt. And that was a dumb quarterback move. But the aggression, the defensive line played great. The secondary played great. Like, the linebackers are almost like I forgot. Look at this holding. What the hell was that?
There's lots of holding in this
There's
game.
an official right here. What is he looking at?
You don't care.
I want to watch that again. Look at freaking Devontae Wyatt. Man, he's a monster. He is a monster.
He played great. Played the way we want to see him play in this game.
Look at that. That's face mask chucked in his neck. I mean, good thing they didn't. Well, they would have called it. It would have just reversed the call anyways. But
Lucas got juked. Oh, damn it.
Well, I think Lucas thought somebody's going to tackle him there.
He did.
And then he realized, oh, wait, that's
Ooh, and then Rashawn Gary came and gave him a shot. All right.
Yeah, that was a cheap shot by Rashawn. That was a cheap shot.
That's all right. Come on, Kenny. You could have saved this hit. Oh, you're so slow. Damn.
And there you go. That's my defensive film video. Threw together in like 20 minutes.
That's awesome. The defense was maybe now I'm convinced they were a top 5 defense. I don't know.
You know what? I'm starting to believe in the hype because I thought it was the Bears just sucked. But when you watch the game back, like I had so many plays. Like I was watching the offense and I was like, man, there's some ugly stuff. There were some open guys Jordan Love missed. He didn't even look at him. And based on the route combinations and stuff, he should have been looking at him, and he didn't throw the balls a couple times, which made me scared. But this defensive line was attacking. And you might say, oh, the Bears' offensive line stinks, and a lot of them do. But the secondary was also aggressive in attacking. They understood what was going to happen. They understood that this defensive line is going to be disruptive, which is going to lead to the secondary being able to be more aggressive and jump on routes, in the running game, and that really helped them dominate once they figured that all out in the second half. So very, very awesome defensive playing, and all the guys look great. Everybody played great, in my opinion. I can't think of one guy who stunk. I mean, there are guys who didn't do anything. Kenny Clark didn't do anything, but, whatever.
Couple of those plays, you didn't see him make the play, but a guy that I am now a little encouraged by because I saw Pursuit and I saw him in the screen was Van Ness, who I have not been impressed with to this point. So his speed and his athleticism showed up in terms of a guy from the position on the field he was being able to be in the vicinity or make the guy make another cut or whatever. So, all right, I got some hope for him, number 90. Hopefully he can turn into a really good player. Let's hope. Ben, I have one question for you before we move to the offensive film. And that is, a couple of years ago, and even last year, right? There was a lot of people, and you were high on Chase Claypool, right?
I was.
We were talking about all the Packers should get him and all this stuff like a couple of years ago when they didn't have any good receivers. And there was talk about trading him. And then after you saw his effort and the way he played in this game, I don't want him.
Thank God. There's a reason. Yeah. If you can't make it with the Steelers, there's a reason. Mike Tomlin doesn't put up with slackers.
It's true.
I mean, he looked like DK Metcalf reincarnated, and that's why I was like, "Ooh, big monster, giant dude, let's go."
Yeah.
But he doesn't have the DK Metcalf aggression and DK Metcalf like just dog in him. Like he's always going to just go crazy and make plays and stuff. He just is not aggressive. He doesn't have it. And that's it's a shame. It's a shame, but that's the way it is.
It's something you can't measure. You can't measure the guy's dedication, their heart, and their effort. You just can't measure that stuff. And some guys who have incredible athletes and could be superstars in the league just don't have those other things to go along with it. So,
yeah.
Anyway, all right.
Well, I have a bunch of video for offense. I'm not going to show. It's mostly the Aaron Jones stuff. I'm not going to show that. We're going to skip over that because it's getting late. I'm just going to show.
Aaron Jones is the man.
He is.
I want to see some of those plays. God,
I know, but well, maybe we'll do it a different day. But I don't want to be doing it all day long. But what we're gonna do is I got a little Jordan Love stuff to show, and why I was. Did he miss some throws? Yes. Did he miss some open guys? Yes, he did. But we're going to talk about why he was, why we should all as Packer fans be encouraged by Jordan Love. And JT O'Sullivan did his video on the game, so he has a lot of stuff he can show on that. If you ever want to go and watch that, that's actually pretty good. So if you want to see more things, whatever. But so first thing I want to show is just, it's the play right before the third down play before the fourth down touchdown to Aaron Jones, and how this is why Jordan Love is better for this team than Aaron Rodgers, is because he just has the ability to get away when a guy's in his face, and Rodgers just doesn't have that ability anymore. So I don't know if you're showing the screen or not. Tell me.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
So what we're going to watch here, this is a third down play, and immediately 74 Jenkins, our Pro Bowl highest paid guard in the league, gets his ass kicked, and Jordan Love's like, crap. Jordan Love sees it, stiff arms the guys to the ground, and runs for like 9 yards on 3rd and 1,000,000. And this is slow motion or half speed, so just so you know. But you'll see what happens. Love's getting guys in motion. He goes back. Immediately, Jenkins is beat. Love stiffs him. The guy trips over his own feet. And he gets some yards. And he turns it into 4th and 3. Right? Now, Aaron Rodgers wouldn't have gotten away there. Aaron Rodgers would have been a dead duck and sacked. Or he would have tried running backwards and running away. Where Jordan Love knew, you know what? I'm just going to run forward. I just got to get some yards here. And then on the Aaron Jones touchdown, watch Trey Edmonds. For some reason, he's totally thinking about this, about Jaden Reed, even though this guy already had Jaden Reed in the coverage. They double teamed Jaden Reed for reasons I don't know. And then
we'll take it.
Right. And the other thing that was really good about this play was Luke Musgrave. So both of our second round picks took up two defensive players on the Bears. Luke Musgrave is here at the top or in the middle of the screen on the hash mark. He's going to run up like this. And when he comes in this motion, the safety is stationary. He has to honor that. So him coming across like this is going to hold this safety just enough. And then for some reason, like I said, Trey Edmonds is looking at this inside slant. And now it is 4th and 3. So maybe he's thinking, okay, I got to look out for this quick pass to this side. And he's not worried about Aaron Jones. He's more worried about Jaden Reed. And that was the mistake. You should always worry about Aaron Jones. And because of that, you're going to see, boom, double team here for some unknown reason. Here we got this. He's looking. Oh, the other thing is Romeo Doubs. So this safety has to kind of look out for this go route also freezes this safety. So you have a combination of a go route and this over is keeping the safety over here and gives Aaron Jones that wide open slot right to the end zone. Nice, perfect pass. Great catch by Aaron Jones. And open field in front of him. He gets a little worried right here. This guy almost catches him, and he's like, nope. And I pulled the hammy because he ran so dang fast. But now we're going to watch from the other angle, and you're going to see why you should be encouraged by Jordan Love. Jordan Love, watch his eyes, watch his helmet strap. You're going to watch him take a look at Trey Edmonds, and he's going to try to look him off. I don't think Trey Edmonds even looked at him, so it didn't really matter. But he's looking at him. He's staring this guy down. He's staring this guy down. He's looking at both of them. He's like, where's the safety at? What's the safeties doing? He wants to know what's going to happen here and here. Edmonds is not even looking. This is terrible linebacker play by Edmonds, by the way. Just terrible. What is he doing? He should be looking like, I don't know what his job is on this play, but he's the guy. He's the reason why Aaron Jones scored the touchdown. And he's not even looking at the quarterback. And he also isn't covering him. He just goes straight to Jaden Reed, which is really odd. But Jordan Love is looking over here. He's looking at the safety, looking off the safety, and then comes back to Aaron Jones. Perfect pass. Nice passing window. Amazing play. It's just too bad Jonesy got hurt on it a little bit. But we heard today that he should be okay. And that's the kind of stuff, as Packer fans, we can be excited about with Jordan Love. He's got some know-how. He knows how to manipulate the defense. He did it in the preseason. He did it in this game. If he can be a little more accurate, and if he can be maybe a little more aware of what the defense is doing pre-snap to see where the open guys are. He does a good job of anticipation throws, and he does a good job of looking off guys. His issue, I think, at this point is pre-snap reads and understanding the route combinations and how that could easily lead to guys being open. And sometimes he's not doing that. Sometimes he's kind of just being like, oh, I'm just going to 1, 2, 3 and throw the ball, which isn't bad, but it also might lead to picks and stuff later too. Who knows?
One other thing to point out on that last play was that Luke Musgrave won within like 7 yards. He already won.
Yeah.
So he applied pressure on that safety, had to honor him, because he had already beat the defensive back that was up on him. So Luke Musgrave, again, had some goofy plays where he turned around and ran backwards to try to catch balls or catch a ball and a few things like that. But him running out there on the field, the Packers are talking about it all training camp. His ability to just be fast and be big and occupy guys in the middle of the field opened up stuff for other people a lot.
All right, I got one more video here just to show a couple more plays of Jordan Love, which a lot of them we've already seen, but it's just fun to check them out on the All-22 because it's fun to watch.
Lee is asking for a Myers report at some point. He saw that on a couple plays he was off.
Dang, I didn't do it. I didn't have time. I didn't do the Myers video.
We can do it Friday.
I can tell you, heads up, it wasn't good.
Okay. It was a lot more than a couple plays.
Yeah. So this is the play right before this was when Musgrave got open and Love overthrew him, and it looked like Musgrave kind of just ran a weird route, and they just weren't on the same page. And this is right before the second half, or right before the first half is over, and they need to get to field goal range. And you're going to watch Jordan Love here. He's also going to take advantage of Trey Edmonds again. Actually, both these guys, both middle linebackers. He did this in the preseason with the over route from Luke Musgrave. Look at that. Oh my God. I'm sorry. I got to rewind that a little bit. I screwed up.
Bakhtiari had to work his ass off against that guy a few times. Like, he got beat to the outside. Give him credit. He stuck with it and kept riding them to save some plays. So I will give Bakhtiari credit. But this is not the stone cold hold him David Bakhtiari that we're used to seeing, where he just locks the guy up and holds the shoulder pads and the guy doesn't even get past him. He had to move his feet a lot in this game. So credit to him. He kept going.
And
Elton Jenkins, on the other hand, is just kind of hanging out. He's like, nobody to block. I guess.
They're doing a stunt here, so hopefully he comes and wakes up. But the key is Aaron Jones is coming out in the flat, so this that key, whatever the guy that he beat on the touchdown is coming out to cover him. Trey Edmonds is here. Jordan Love, you're going to watch his eyes, or the stripe of his helmet. When he throws that ball, look at where he's looking this way, which is bringing Trey Edmonds over to the right of the screen. Love is looking that way. He's throwing the ball to the left of the screen.
Whoa.
Before Jaden Reed is even he's not even in line with Edmonds yet. And the ball is already out of his hand. And it's going to end up over here. This is a
previous quarterback would have held the ball there. He would never have thrown that.
It's a no-look pass. It's a no-look pass. That's why I was wondering, that wasn't really an accurate pass, Love. And he kind of it was a little bit behind him. And I was like, well, that's why it was a little bit behind him. Because he had to hold Troy Edmonds off. It was beautiful. Let's watch it one more time. Look at that. I mean, it's beautiful, just beautiful. And
For all the Packer fans that are worried about a change at quarterback, just enjoy it, guys.
and this is that really cool play to read where he did that crazy route where he came around and did a loop-de-loop. So when he comes in motion, normally on this, like this guy is obviously going to do a clear out. When he comes in motion, this safety has to it takes this guy out of the play. And the weird part is I don't think there's anybody. Oh yeah, he has to worry about the tight end who's helping out Dave Bakhtiari. He's blocking first, and then he's going to squeeze out. So that freezes this defensive back. He's going to have to worry about the tight end coming out. He might sneak out. So he's going to stay in the flat. Because this top receiver goes straight up, that takes this corner out of the play. And it gives Jaden Reed at full speed, because he's already coming in motion, at full speed, coming straight at this safety with a two-way go. The safety doesn't know. Is he going to go this way? Is he going to cut back to the inside? Now, if he's smart, he should be cheating more this way because he's got help inside. But he gets flat-footed because he's looking at the quarterback, and Jaden Reed comes and does that cool in route. And this opens up because of the combination of the tight end here. Even if he doesn't come out, because the tight end's there, that freezes this defensive back. This top receiver takes this corner out, and the safety is kind of screwed. And that's why it works perfect. Great route combinations here, which you did not see by the Jets, by the way. Great route combination on Matt LaFleur and the Packers offense. And there he is. He can't catch up with him. Jaden Reed gets the first down. Now, I would have liked to see him stay in bounds when he was running. He kind of lost where he was on the field, which you'll see from this angle. Like, he should not have stepped out of bounds. He should have been able to gather himself. He's got a little bit of the hop and catch move. He can't just catch it in stride. He does that way too much because I think he drops so many balls. He's got the Garrett Wilson, which is kind of scary. And this is the famous fumble-iski play. And it's just because, listen, it's the poise, it's the understanding of where you are. And look at these Bears. Oh man. Let's watch the Bears one more time. I love this 22 film.
Bears.
Okay, so you have the deep safety, and I don't know what's going on here. This guy's coming with Malik Heath. There's nobody else in the play, right? You got, thank God for Tucker Kraft, by the way, because I don't know if this is holding or not, but he did his best to block. He got beat, but he stuck with them like the best he could. And then A.J. Dillon's going to take care of 35 because as soon as 35 sees the fumble, he comes running in there. So A.J. Dillon helps out, but thank God Tucker Kraft didn't give up. He got beat, but he stayed on his guy, which gave Love just enough time to get that ball away. And there's no one else in the – oh, yeah, there is. Down here, Samori Toure. You can't see it because of the black on the screen here, but he's down at the bottom of the screen on a go route. That's why the safety has to stay back. So it's the combination of this go route and the over with Malik Heath that gives us the Luke Musgrave sneak attack over here. It's a genius move. It works great against single high safety because the single high safety has to worry about this wide receiver going deep and the under in front of him. He's got two guys going in front of him. He's not even going to worry about this little sneak because this could be an easy little tiny route. Of course, we all know it ends up being a wheel route going over and then to the top of the screen. But it's also the poise of Jordan Love. And I was able to just... And, Musgrave falls down because it's apparently all Packer tight ends have to fall down if they catch everything. Stumbleitis. But let's watch Tucker Kraft here. It's not pretty.
But he sticks with it.
Well, that's the other thing.
Well, that's a big dude inside him.
That's
too.
not his. That's not his fault. I'll say this.
You know what? That's a good block. That guy's on the shoulder of the guy inside him, and he just he does what I told you. He takes him where he wants to go. He wants to go over there. Take him over there.
That's another reason why this play works. I'm going to tell you. By having the inside tight end release, he gets forgotten by the outside safety or by the outside nickel corner and the safety.
Yeah,
because they're kind of looking at this outside guy, right?
That's smart.
They're thinking that this inside tight end is going to be covered by the linebackers because he's got inside containment, right? It makes it a very hard block for Tucker Kraft because he has to go because this guy's already going to be attacking this way. So Tucker Kraft has to get his butt over here as fast as he can and get on this huge defensive end enough to try to stop him, which is, it's pretty risky. Normally, I would say you'd want to have Musgrave take him out, have Tucker Kraft go. But if Tucker Kraft is the one doing that, he might be covered by this here nickelback. But the other thing is by moving Samori Toure in motion. Maybe this is a corner. I can't remember exactly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't know. Who knows? I don't know where all the guys are in the defense, but I think that's why he got so wide open, is because he's the inside tight end and he gets lost. And these two linebackers, especially Trey Edmonds, he's a big athletic guy. I don't think he knows what the heck's going on half the time. And I think the Bills knew that, and that's why they let him go in free agency.
High price guy too.
Dang. Really high priced, and he screwed up a lot. He was in the wrong place on a lot of plays, which cost the Bears touchdowns. So I don't know who's Bear fans need to maybe watch some film and be like, ugh, Trey Edmonds kind of stinks. Anyways, but I think that's why Musgrave gets free. And Tucker Kraft, this is a tough freaking block, man. But he stays with it. He stays with it. And that's kind of the key to the play. Look at that. He stays on him. Kind of messes up. Yeah. Dang. Nice
you
job,
don't have
Tucker
to turn
Kraft.
around and face him, Musgrave. You can catch the ball. All good. Right. I'm glad you're going to say it, because exactly that was what came to my mind right away. Is that just generally, a quarterback fumbles a ball, they freak out and do something dumb. And Jordan Love was like, I'm not going to freak out. I'm just going to pick the ball up and do something cool.
Yep.
And then look at Josh Allen last night.
Yeah, that's why I put this on at the end. I was like, Jordan Love showed us poise, calmness, the ability to react and not lose his focus, which was not the way he played against Kansas City a couple years back, not the way he played in the preseason the first 2 years. He would freak out. If he got any kind of pressure, he just chucked the ball up. He was doing Josh Allen type stuff. Josh Allen has been in the league for 5 years. This is his 6th year, and he's playing like a rookie. And when you watch this play, he fumbles the ball and he just freaks out and runs into the back of his own tight end instead of just, catching the ball and either just going down or catching it and then collecting himself and figuring out what the heck's going on. But he drops it, falls in a tight end, and it's just.
It kind of jumped ahead fast there. I don't know if you can try playing it again, but yeah.
Oh, I must have stopped it and then I took it off the slow motion.
But yeah, I mean, Jordan, I remember watching the play. And I'm like, why are you spazzing out here? Just pick the ball up and try to do something. Or like you said, play it safe.
I'm surprised it wasn't at half speed there. That's weird. There we go. Half speed. But yeah, it's like, it's one of those things.
Yeah.
That Jordan Love has got the patience. Josh Allen is just freaking out, runs into his tight end and fumbles. I mean,
yeah.
And that's the difference. And that's why Packer fans, we should be extremely happy, extremely excited in the fact that our quarterback isn't freaking out like that. Our quarterback is poised pretty much the entire game, even when things weren't going great. He missed throws. He missed open receivers, but he stayed with it. He made smart decisions. He didn't, like Josh Allen last night was chucking up crazy freaking balls into double coverage all night long. Why? I mean, you're in a game where you just watch the team you're going up against is depressed. They lost their guy after 4 freaking plays. Just freaking hang on to the ball. Don't do anything stupid. And this is a guy who, like, some people think he's one of the best quarterback in the NFL, or one of the top. Definitely, they think he's top 5. I thought he was top 5. He's an idiot. I would take Jordan Love over Josh Allen any day right now. He may miss way more throws. He doesn't have the same arm. He can't run over dudes like Josh Allen and get first downs, and he's not as fast or as big. But he's calm. He makes good decisions. He's able to look off defenders and throw and do smart moves. Even the whole game, Josh Allen just seemed kind of out of whack. Like, he gets the ball and just like, ugh. Like, when he was doing handoffs, it was so fast and weird. Like, it was just, it looked like he was just in a hurry to do everything. Maybe their offensive line is bad. I don't know. And I think that's another part of this. Packers' offensive line is so good. Jordan Love has the patience to be calm. And that's good. That's good too.
Except for the guy in the middle. Like, he missed plenty of blocks.
Yes,
but I guess
he's pretty good in pass blocking. He just couldn't run block with that crap.
I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, I mean, it was weird with Allen because a couple of those deep passes, he just chucked up there. It was clear his guy did not win, and it's double coverage. What do you do?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
I don't know what he's looking at. You know what it reminded me of? Mitch Trubisky.
Oh, I thought it reminded me kind of Brett Favre back in the...
No. Favre wasn't that bad. Favre wasn't that dumb. Mitch Trubisky, there would be times where the Bears would just call a deep pass. They get to like the 50-yard line, and they'd be like, oh, we're going to take a shot. And Mitch Trubisky would just throw it. Even if the Packers were double covered back there, he'd still just throw it like an idiot. And that's what Josh Allen was doing yesterday. Like, you got these Jets on the ropes, man. The Jets were in depression mode. All you had to do was step on their face and just hold your foot there. And you're trying to punch them in the gut and punch them in the face, and you're missing every shot you're taking.
Yeah.
It was dumb. You made that number 3 look like a damn superstar. He had 3 picks. And then that last play where he did the fumble and just freaked out. Thank God Jordan Love has matured. Jordan Love is calm. Jordan Love knows this offense, and he's playing great. Hopefully it can continue. I mean, it was one game, but man, it was an impressive start for a guy who a couple years ago would just chuck the ball off his back foot into coverage when he got pressure. And now he's smarter. Now he's manipulating the defense. It's super excited. And I can't wait to watch the next game. I mean, Sunday's going to be awesome. What are they going to do? What kind of wrinkle will they come up with? I want to see the new wrinkle on the crazy throwback screen. And this time, have everybody do that. And by the way, a couple of those plays, we had 6 offensive linemen. And it was Rasheed Walker who took up the big dog route. So Rasheed Walker is out there for the 6 offensive linemen eligible. And it was on that Aaron Jones screen pass. He was out there. And there was a couple other plays too where he was out there. So that's the answer for everybody who wants to know what's our big offensive line package with the big tight end blocking guy. It's Rasheed Walker. He's coming in. He's going to block. I don't know if he has any hands to catch, but
yeah, well, we'll take it. I like it. It was refreshing to see so much of that. And yeah, Jordan Love showed a lot, but I think a lot of these young guys showed a lot too, a lot of poise. I mean, that play you just showed, and just from being in that situation, much different level because it was high school and not where these athletes are. But when the ball, if the ball hits the ground, and especially if it's a quarterback exchange issue, if you're a defensive lineman, you immediately change what you were going to do. Like maybe you weren't going to penetrate that hard. Those guys go after it generally. And then that as a blocker can really screw you up because you maybe started in one way with this guy and all of a sudden they go in a different direction or they just charge upfield or whatever because they see the ball on the ground. And so for Tucker Kraft to stay with that guy and ride it out the way he did, that's impressive. Really impressive. So
there's little things. Yeah, little things like that when you watch back the film, you can see. Like, I mean, we saw it because we saw Tucker Kraft but it looked like he just got his ass kicked. Well, he didn't get his ass kicked. He had to make a freaking crazy ass difficult block, and he did it. And that's going to be something special. Yeah, you're right, Lee. The defense is going to have their hands full with the Atlanta running game. They're going to have to really man up and be tougher. They're not going to get away with the kind of stuff they did with the Bears. Can the defensive line penetrate and get back in the backfield and mess up some stuff? That's the hopes. Because right now, we haven't seen them be able to take on double teams and stuff. I haven't looked. I want to look at Atlanta tape tomorrow. And maybe we'll talk about that on Friday's show or whatever day we do a show. I think we're going to do Friday, but I might not be able to do it because I might be driving on the road. So we'll see. It might be Saturday's show or something like that. I don't know.
You tell me when you want to do it. We'll do it whenever you're free. Yeah. But yeah, and Atlanta's going to look at this Bears film and realize they don't want to, throw it twice as much as they run it. That's what the Bears did, which was also dumb because it plays into the Packers' hands. And I know the game, you can say it was out of hand, but they were already imbalanced even when the game wasn't out of hand.
Yeah.
So
it just seems like these teams are trying to, they want to justify the fact that they have Justin Fields, right? So they're like, we want to make him a quarterback. Well, you know what? Sometimes you want to win. If you want to win, you do what you got to do to win. And yeah. You know what I mean? Like that's same thing with the Jets yesterday. Their first play, they ran the ball for 40 yards. Why are you passing it 3 plays in a row after that? just to make Aaron Rodgers, give Jets fans what they want from Aaron Rodgers. The Jets fans would rather have a win and Aaron Rodgers be their quarterback, I would think. And the best thing for that to happen is for you to run the damn ball because you ran all over the damn place in that game yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know. It's interesting. It's fun. I'm hoping the best part about this game for the Packers is they're not trying to prove Goody right by forcing Jordan Love to throw the ball 75 times.
Mm-hmm.
They're making it they're making it easy for him on a couple plays, Now, the biggest issue I have is the lack of Aaron Jones.
Yeah.
I mean, I have 2 drives, the Aaron Jones drives, that I have for video for, but we don't have to watch them. That's the only other videos I have, but we don't have to watch them because everybody knows what happened. It was Aaron Jones being awesome the whole time, right? And they scored a touchdown both times because Aaron Jones is the man. And even if he doesn't get the ball, get him out there because now people are freaking going to be scared to crapless. He is our main guy. And when you don't have him on the field for drives at a time, it's stupid. At least have him out there to force the defense to be concerned. He doesn't have to get the ball. He doesn't have to even just have him come out in the huddle. Have him line up at wide receiver. That's fine. Then he won't get hit as bad if you're worried about him getting hurt. You know what I mean? Have him play wide receiver a couple times. Just have him in the huddle. So the defense then will play more tight end or more linebackers and safeties. And then maybe we can take advantage of that with corners and other stuff. But if this comes out this week and we have, Aaron Jones gets the first drive and then AJ Dillon comes out with the first team on the second drive with the first play. No. Aaron Jones needs to be the first running back out on the field every single drive. I want to see Aaron Jones out there. Now, if you want to take him out, bring AJ Dillon in as the drive goes on, fine. I don't ever want to see a Packer freaking drive start with Aaron Jones on the bench ever again. You can still give him a break.
See it, unfortunately.
Well, I better not. I mean, unless he's hurt. But
I mean, they forget about the guy and only gave him the ball 5 times in the first half. And Matt LaFleur makes his excuses at halftime. Oh, it was disjointed and this happened and that happened and we got behind the sticks. I don't give a rip. He is your most productive, consistent, dangerous, best player. He's your best offensive player. And for you to not utilize him for the majority of the first half is a major problem. And not just this isn't a new song. We talked about it how many times last year? We talked about a year before 2020. But
2019 they used
2019 they used them all the time, right? But like last year there was the formula. When they ran the ball and when Aaron Jones got the ball a certain amount of times, they won a bunch of those games or all those games at once. When they didn't, they lost all the games. It's not that hard. And you cannot. Also, going back to this, I know they always say it's a long season and we got to protect them. And he even thanks, LaFleur for protecting him at times. But he's a football player. He needs to play football.
We're paying the guy $11 million this year, which is one of the highest contracts for. And now he took a big pay cut, but still $11 million. Use him.
Yep.
He's your third or fourth highest paid offensive player. Well, fourth, because Jordan Love is making $13 million this year after the contract structure. But he's your main dude. There should be no reason why he's not out there. Just go back to the Super Bowl when the Packers played Denver. And Mike Shanahan told a migraine, half-blind Terrell Davis, just go out there, because if you're not out there, they're never going to fall on this fake, and we won't have a wide open guy in the end zone. It was like, I can't remember what second quarter or whatever it was. And you watch the NFL films and stuff. And Terrell Davis had a migraine after the first quarter, couldn't freaking see straight. And he was like, I can't see straight, coach, and all this stuff. And he was like, dude, I don't care. Just go out there, or else the Packers will never believe that we're going to hand it off. So just go out there. We're doing a fake handoff. easy touchdown pass, which is what they did. And it's a decoy. I mean, Mike Shanahan knew it back in 1997. You take your best player and you stick his ass out there even if he's blind. You know why? Because the defense don't know he's blind. You don't have to give him the ball to get hurt. You just got to get him out there to force the defense to do stupid stuff. Remember that one time when Devontae Adams had 5 Bears covering him and Robert Tonyan had nobody anywhere near him for 20 yards and Aaron Rodgers threw a 45-yard bomb to him for a touchdown because they covered Devontae Adams with 5 dudes? That's the kind of crap you can do with Aaron Jones. People are afraid of him. There should be no reason why he's not out there. Period. Unless he's tired or hurt. LaFleur, figure it out. Any other human on earth would know. Aaron Jones has got to be out there. Period. God dang. It just drives me nuts. It's not even like it be why? AJ Dillon's not proving anything.
Right. I get it. And I agree. And we said it his whole career. We've been Packers fans been calling for him. It's just mind-boggling. And like you said, you don't have to overuse him. You don't have to give him 35 carries in a game or whatever. You got to have him on the field, though. That's the thing. And you can do different creative things. You got to get him the ball for sure, but not overdo it. And that's the most exciting thing about this Packers team. While we want Jones to get the ball plenty, there isn't a go-to guy that you got to have, right? I think the commentators were talking about that maybe during this game, or maybe it was a different game I was listening to, but I thought it was maybe this game. And then talking about how young all the receivers were and all this sort of stuff. Oh, yeah, and they asked Matt LaFleur, well, who's your go-to guy on third and whatever when you really got to have it? And Matt LaFleur's answer was just like, well, we'll see, because he really doesn't know. My answer would be whoever's open. Who's ever open.
Aaron Jones first, and then whoever's open.
I mean, I get it. Sports has, and this is like a whole sports thing. Sports has turned into this. There's got to be a go-to guy. There's got to be the guy when you got to have it and all this sort of stuff. And that is what has happened in a lot of sports. Basketball, for sure. Football, I get it. But if you predetermine that and you know that and everyone knows who that guy is, then that guy trying to be successful is make it way tougher for him. So why don't you use another guy who's good and use that guy as a decoy, or don't determine that and use all your guys and play as a team and just get the ball to who is ever open. Just like if I was watching a basketball team and there's a last shot to be taken, I don't want a specific player to take that shot. I want somebody who's open to take that shot. And I don't give a rip who the hell it is, as long as there's somebody that can shoot. So, and that's going to lead you to more consistent success than a superstar trying to make some crazy ass play when everybody knows he's trying to make some crazy play. Bottom line. So if you disagree with me, you can, but I'm just telling you, team ball is the way for success, consistent success. And the Packers right now, with the change at quarterback and the no longer Devontae Adams and all of that, have a chance to play that way every week, where you don't know who it's going to be. The other defense doesn't know. I mean, they know Aaron Jones is going to be involved and be a key piece. But outside of that, they don't know who it's going to be. Is it going to be Luke Musgrave go off this week? Is it going to be Christian Watson when he comes back? Is it going to be Romeo Doubs? Could it be Jaden Reed stepping up? Could it be, who knows? They don't know. And that's awesome.
You know what else?
Patrick Taylor.
No, Patrick Taylor's not going to step up.
Oh, okay. All right. That's
Sorry, Lee, it's not Patrick Taylor. I mean, he looks better than AJ Dillon, but I don't know.
David likes it. Keep the defense guessing. I like it too.
Genius.
All right. And Jordan Love said that's the way he wants to play. He wants to just go through his reads and run the play and throw it to the open guy. I mean,
Brett Favre, if you're wearing green, I throw it to the guy wearing green.
Only a problem when Favre had to play the Jets and other
and the
teams
Eagles
that also wear green. Eagles, problem, but
yeah, that was a problem. But otherwise, he was okay. Anyways, quick promo for a movie I just watched. I think it's on Amazon Prime. If you have Amazon Prime, I think it's called Champions or something like that.
Okay.
It's got Woody Harrelson, and he plays like a basketball coach. and he ends up having to coach a bunch of like a special folks, like disabled folks and stuff, and mentally challenged and all that sort of thing. So it's kind of like, and then a lot of the actors have Down syndrome in the movie, and other mental disease, they got accidents or whatever the case is, and it's awesome. It's a funny movie. It's pretty good. I mean, it's nothing. It's not like the greatest movie of all time, but when you brought up that fact about like you get the ball to your best player, it reminds me they do that in that movie because it's a basketball movie. He's teaching these guys how to play basketball, and they end up getting to a big tournament and stuff, and it's like the last play of the game, and they have their one guy who's like their best guy, and then they're like, oh, we got to get to the best guy, and then they're like, no, that's not going to work. It's not going to work because everybody knows that's what we're going to do, and it's like, yeah, you're right. We got to go to the other guy, or okay, we're going to do this. We're going to do the pick and roll. And then after that, you're going to be open. You're going to roll to the basket. And you're going to be open for the shot. And then something crazy happens, which is not what is supposed to happen. And it's a perfect ending to the movie because I was thinking they were going to try to make it like everything else, and they make it better because of the way they end the movie. So it's a good movie. I think it's called Champions. It's a great movie to watch if you just want a feel good story. There's some swear words in it, a couple like maybe sexual situations and crap, but it's not like, it's semi-family movie. You could watch it with your family. It's whatever. It's not like rated R or anything like that, but it's a good movie. It's kind of like a lot like Peanut Butter Falcon, where the main character had Down syndrome, and it's just one of those things where they're respectful to the people with the disabilities in the movie. Like they don't treat them, they make them the stars of the film. Yeah, Woody Harrelson's the star of the film, but like they really have a really nice story, and all these characters, they're funny, and they do their thing, and it's just a really, really good film. So check that out, anybody, if you have time. Great little movie. I came out last year. I was going to check it out, like I think it came out actually maybe this year in the spring, but now it's on Amazon Prime for free if you have Amazon Prime. And it's a good little feel good story. It's kind of like Hoosiers meets Peanut Butter Falcon. If you ever seen Peanut Butter Falcon, it's pretty good. Cool. The coach is in trouble. He did something dumb, so now he has to do public service, and his public service is to coach the special needs basketball team in town, and blah blah blah. It's that kind of crap. So it's kind of like Hoosiers, where you got this really good basketball coach, but he punched a kid or whatever, and now has to coach a small high school, even though he was a big time college coach or whatever. Yeah, same kind of thing. So, but then it's the characters of the film that make it really awesome. So check it out if you have time. That's all.
All right, thanks for that, man. Okay, thanks for all your work, all your videos. We'll watch some Aaron Jones videos on Friday, and I was gonna get back to some of our stuff. Maybe we'll have to give those on Friday.
We should just do that. I might have to do the show from Mom and Dad's. I don't know if they know I'm coming to,
or maybe Saturday, whenever it is. We can.
Yeah, if we do show Saturday or whatever, I might be on the road Friday. So we'll keep everybody posted. Look at Jason will put the
TBD
on Hafman Bros channel, like when we're gonna do the pregame show.
And if you're on YouTube, just make sure you put your notifications on there.
Yeah, then you'll know
you're
right
good
away,
to go. Yeah,
and you can always watch us after. It's just I hate doing Saturday pregame shows because
it's a lot of college football going on and other stuff too. So
yeah, also it's just that show becomes obsolete within one day. Then,
right? You
know what I mean? It's better for us to do it earlier in the week, because then if people can't watch it right away, they could go and watch it like Friday or Saturday or whatever.
All right, we got to stay on. David got here and he's calling for it. It was the stuff I was going to get to. All right, David. David wants it. Here we go. Let me find it here. All right. Did I do it right? Let me see.
And now it's time for the Hafman Bros silent but deadly player of the week.
All right. Who is it, Ben? Who is your silent but deadly player of the week?
I'm going to say for this week, everybody was so not silent. I don't know how. I don't. I guess Zach Tom.
God, Zach Tom again. He is the silent but deadly guy every week last year.
He's so good. Like, I can't help it. Nobody ever notices him doing anything bad because he's always good. Like, nobody talks about him. Like everybody just says he's good because he is. He never screws up ever. He doesn't say anything. He's a quiet guy. So it's always Zach Tom.
It's always Zach.
I mean, I could say Zach Tom every week because he's always awesome. He's probably the best Brian Gutekunst draft pick of the history of all time.
This is a hard one, actually, I will say, too. But I'm going to factor the deadly a little bit more.
Okay, sounds good.
And I'm going to say it was mostly because he was a person you would think of, and he doesn't make crushing hits, but I'm going to give it to Darnell Savage this week.
You know what? He played his best game of his career, I think.
I agree with that 100%.
I don't know if a guy can have 10 tackles and be silent, but hey, that's fine. He'll be the
kind of quiet tackles because he doesn't hit that hard. So
right, that's true. Zach Tom's the silent. Rudy Savage. No, Darnell Savage was the deadly in this. He had a great game, and it just proves that Jason and I are willing to give guys credit when they play great.
Hell
and
yeah.
We've given Savage so much crap over the last 3 years, and we're willing to be like, dude, that was an amazing game. Keep it up, Darnell Savage. If you play like that every week, we are going to be happy Packer fans, no doubts.
Josh Myers, you're next. You've been called up.
Let's go, Josh Myers. I want you to be the silent but deadly player of the week this week. I want to say Josh Myers this week is the freaking silent but deadly player this week. That is what I want to say on whatever, next week, Tuesday, or whenever we do the show, because that would make me happy.
No kidding.
I hate being wrong, but if I can be proved wrong, I have no problem with it.
All right. It's time. We might as well go through it.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh.
What's your oh yeah play? What's your oh yeah play from this game, Ben?
The oh yeah play was by far the Aaron Jones screen pass. That came from out of nowhere. It was beautiful. I mean, the Aaron Jones, you run the ball a couple times. You know what? I got that dang play. We'll just have to watch it. Now, see, what are we doing here? This play,
David was calling us out. See,
I was never going to end.
But I thought when we came into the show, I'm like, we should do the regular things because we're doing kind of game recap stuff. But then we got thrown off by the Rodgers injury and some of the other stuff, so I kind of forgot about it. But
Oh yeah.
Well, here, I'm going to get that play so then we can watch it because it's just too damn awesome.
Oh yeah.
all right,
So
so
what's your oh yeah play?
I'm gonna give it to dang. See, I'm almost got more excited about the Aaron Jones 4th and 3 touchdown play because the game, I think the Bears scored. I know, but I think the Bears scored and then they kind of tightened it up a little bit, and that was the answer. I want to say, if my memory's right, that was like the answer play, and then I was like, oh yeah, we got this. Plus, it was just awesome the way it all worked out. Plus, it's 4th down, you're going for it. Now, a close second to me was Anders Carlson knocking in the big kick right at the end of the half because that was big
good.
too.
That was pretty good.
And he's my guy. I said he's going to be the next great Packer kicker in the history of Green Bay Packers, all-time leading scorer one day. Said it. I will live by it.
I want to apologize to everybody for our Hafman goodbye, which is what we just did.
Well, it's not the goodbye. We're actually doing some of the things we were supposed to do that we forgot.
I know.
Sorry about that, guys.
Let me know when you got the film up.
Oh, let's see. Hang on. When Jones was running, did he hear, "Don't let them catch you"? Maybe, Jonathan. All right. And again, Josh Myers. God damn. I hope he's the guy. Come on, you're being called out. Remember that worked for a while for us? We called players out, and the next week they'd have a good game. Let's do it, Josh Myers. Okay, here it is, Ben. You're up.
All right, if you look here, our tackle eligible, Rasheed Walker, is hanging out. It's beautiful. You got Samari Toure going in motion to that side.
Come on. This play's so crazy.
Play action. And here's the thing. The Bears really aren't fooled. They don't attack the run, or they don't attack the run here on this play action play. They're aware of where everybody is. There's already 2 receivers on this play, on this side of the field. And
how the hell does this play work?
Good blocking. Smart. Trey Edmonds is an idiot. Look at him.
He just turns around and runs.
He just turns around. He doesn't even worry about Aaron. Like he does a lot of. Trey Edmonds had a.
What is he doing here?
I don't know.
He should. Doesn't he have the flat? Who has the flat?
Maybe this guy.
What is he looking at? Oh,
But you've
weird.
got
All right.
3 Bears over here that aren't doing anything because their Packers aren't even doing anything on this side of the screen, right? So
I
there's
like
only there's 4 Bears over here, and Trey Edmonds is just like not even aware of what the hell's going on. And then I don't know.
Look at that little back foot jump throw, Jordan Love.
Yeah, I don't like that pass. If that was Aaron Rodgers, he would have freaking tore his Achilles when he landed here. Oh, snap. Anyways,
He definitely would have fell on his ass if that was him.
for sure. But as you're looking here, we got 1, 2, 3 defenders. Trey Edmonds looks like he turned back around, so he's a little bit more aware now. But we got 3 blockers for 3 guys, and then we got the double team block. That was my favorite part, was a wide receiver double team. And actually, this is the guy that makes a tackle, so they didn't do as good a job as I was hoping. But it's a beautiful play. Jenkins is on Trey Edmonds. He actually misses his block. These 2 guys do a double team and kind of shove him into here. And Jones just sneaks right in between before Jenkins misses his block. So we're in good shape up on the top of the screen there. So you got a nice wall here with Myers and mostly Runyon. Myers pretty much did nothing, but Runyon took out this dude. And Trey Edmonds, for some unknown reason, went to the outside, thank God, which gave Aaron Jones the inside lane. And then if you look up here, this is my favorite part of this play, the double team wide receiver block over here on the safety or corner or whatever he is. And then Jones is to the rescue. He's got enough speed to get past this dude. You got that double team block. They should have stayed on him because he got off and made that tackle. Tripped up Aaron Jones. Maybe 29 would have had him. I don't know. But that's my play of the game because it came from out of nowhere. It was not expected. It was an amazing play call. Let's watch the protection on this and see what happens exactly. All right, so we got the fake. Zach Tom is taking in his guy to the inside, and you're looking at this pull here. So this looks like a normal pull play.
Yep. Yeah, Bakhtiari's coming over too.
Yep.
All right.
If you look here, Bakhtiari definitely doing the Bakhtiari hold.
Smart.
Rasheed Walker's taking care of 91. It looks like Musgrave is going to help him out. Zach Tom's got his guy. And Myers is going to let go to get out to help block. And Jenkins is making his way over there. Now they did their best. All 4 of these guys are coming straight at Jordan Love. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 guys out of the play now. And there's only 4 guys left over here with 5 guys blocking them. And that's why the play worked. It's beautiful.
That throw is weird though. Why?
Like right now, this should be a touchdown. Honest to God, like these guys should have done a better job up here. I think.
Yeah, it should be.
And Jenkins misses a block, but at least he shields to the outside. You know what I mean? Like he puts his body between himself.
He made him go around. Right. He made him go around the other way,
which is just as good as blocking, even though he misses the block.
Yep.
And Romeo Dobbs and Samari Toure, they're doing pretty good up there.
Yeah, they just lose him at the end.
They should have kept their hands on him.
Yeah, 29 had the angle. He was coming, but that's still a massive play. I love it.
So
and
that's
Lee is also
play.
See, Lee is also willing to give guys credit and helps guys prove him wrong. Like Anders Carlson, Lee, he will keep proving you wrong. I love it. Love it.
Let's have Josh Myers prove us wrong. Let's have Savage keep proving us wrong. Let's go. This team, I don't care if they all prove me wrong as long as they keep winning.
That's right.
Maybe they will be 16-1. Maybe I was right way back in April or whatever the hell the schedule came out, and I said they're going to be 16-1. Maybe.
That'd be totally crazy. All right, you guys. We will catch you TBD for the next show. It's going to be Friday or Saturday, whenever we can make it work, and put your notifications on and check it out. And make sure you get that when we go live. But we appreciate you guys being here. We appreciate you being Packers fans. It's a great first week, win over the Bears, and that's how they did it. So it was awesome stuff. All right. Where's my song? Where's my outro? Here it comes. Here it is. All right. Be good, guys.
Tell me why, like a unicorn, just to hold